Turns out that President Bush might do more damage to John McCain's campaign than the Reverend Jeremiah Wright will do to Barack Obama's. A new USA Today Gallup poll finds that 38% of likely voters say McCain's ties to the president make them less likely to vote for the presumptive nominee in November. 33% say Obama's relationship with Wright has the same effect on them. However, there is more of an upside when it comes to the relationship with President Bush. 7% of those surveyed say they are more likely to vote for John McCain because of his association with Mr. Bush. That compares to only 1% who say that they're more likely to vote for Obama because of his relationship to Jeremiah Wright. The pollsters say it's also important to look at how these personal associations affect the candidates among their bases. If you do that, it looks like Wright may do more harm to Obama. That's because 19% of Democrats say they would be less likely to vote for Barack Obama because of his ties to Jeremiah Wright, while just 10% of Republicans say they are less likely to vote for John McCain because of his ties to President Bush. You think we chopped this stuff up finally enough? However, among the general electorate, the two appear to do about the same amount of damage. In particular, President Bush could hurt McCain's ability to attract those Democrats and much sought-after independents. Here's the question. What's more damaging to the presidential campaigns, Bush's relationship with John McCain or the Reverend Jeremiah Wright's association with Barack Obama? Go to CNN.com/Cafferty File. You can post a comment on my blog. Question this hour is, which is more damaging to the campaigns, President Bush's relationship with John McCain or the Reverend Wright's association with Barack Obama? Dave in Houston writes, Bush is the bigger albatross. Barack Obama, John McCain are running for president, not archbishop. The fact that McCain has constantly supported Bush on illegal and controversial policies is much more damning than the sermons of Reverend Wright. Obama's not some googly-eyed party boy who is under the Svengali-like influence of a severe older man, see Bush Cheney. He has a powerful intellect and knows where to accept Wright's ideas, where to reject them. McCain, on the other hand, stands wherever it is politically expedient at the moment. Scott in Billings, Montana, Reverend Wright gave some speeches. Bush and his cronies lied to America, and the result of that lie is over 4,000 dead American soldiers, plus thousands more wounded. The answer is obvious. The Wright issue's over. The soldiers are still dying. Mark in Asheville, North Carolina, Reverend Wright by a mile. After Denver, he will appear in numerous attack ads aimed at voters who aren't even paying attention now. The ads will be enormously effective, just like Willie Horton, the ad that sank Dukakis. All the Republicans will need is to peel off one blue state, and it's over. R in New Hampshire writes, Jackson's McCain's favorite pastor, Hagee, has called the Catholic Church the great whore. I would think the pastor debate between the two of them might come off as a tie. That being said, Bush is the tiebreaker and McCain the loser. Jackson in Rome, Georgia writes, at my current level of disgust for the Republican Party, I'd seriously consider voting for Reverend Wright himself before I voted for another Republican. And Drew in Florida says, Bush, hands down. Wright has no real power. Bush has been damaging America for 2 terms. His list is far too large to post here. Report on something we don't know, please. If you didn't see your email here, you can go to my blog at cnn.com/Cafferty File and look for yours there among hundreds of others.